What is up, y'all? In this habit training video, we are talking about goals and goal setting. Okay, so each of you, when you came in here to this program, kind of gave me a rundown on your goals, what it was you were hoping to achieve by the end, and most of them are pretty good. I think it's important that we kind of talk about this because I want you to be setting weekly goals, okay? These goals are going to kind of compound and snowball on each other until you kind of reach the end of the program where hopefully you're still doing the majority of all these little weekly goals, and they are setting you up for success towards your long-term goals. Okay, so let's talk about this really quick. What is a long-term goal? Long-term goals is generally something that takes about 6 months to a year. Yeah, or they can be something that you just continue through life. An example of that would be one of you told me that you wanted to get healthy and set a good example for your children growing up. That is an example of something that will be continued throughout past a year, past this program, hopefully forever. Okay. But a long-term goal is generally something that you're hoping to achieve in the next 6 months to a year. Okay. Our short-term goals, we're going to think of these as weekly and monthly goals, right? You can break them down in between, 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 3 months, whatever it may be. But for the sake of this, we're going to be setting weekly goals that kind of snowball you into those long-term goals, right? All right, so we're going to be using an acronym called SMART for setting these goals up, okay? A SMART goal, right? The S stands for specific, if I can spell, right? This means we're going to be setting very specific and precise goals with the task broken down as much as possible, right? An example is instead of losing 4 pounds this month, we're going to break it up into I'm going to work out 4 days a week, right? Or I'm going to get 10,000 steps in a day, okay? Next, I'm going to drink a half a gallon of water a day. All three of those are things that we're going to work together to build into losing that 4 pounds in a month, right? So let's look at it this way. We're looking to, in a month, lose 4 pounds in a month. How are we going to do that? We're going to drink half gallon of water a day, okay? Then we're going to work out 4 times a week. Then we're going to make sure we get 10,000, about 6 miles, steps in a day, okay? These are all things that I recommend for anyone on a weight loss goal, okay? 1 pound a week is totally attainable. It's easy to maintain, and there's no real risk of overburning muscle as we do so. So this is just kind of, again, not for everybody. This is a an example of specific goals working towards that main one of 4 pounds weight loss in a month. Okay. Now, it's important to make sure all your goals are measurable. Okay. Now, by that I mean we need to put times, dates, places, anything that can help you predict or plan how long these goals should take you, right? Perfect example is this whole 1 pound of weight loss in a week, right? So when we do this, we look at your nutrition first. So I know, and you will now know, that 3,500 calories is equal to 1 pound of body fat, right? And we're trying to burn a pound a week. So that means every day, if I divide 3,500 by 7, that we have about 500 calories where we want to eat less than we burn. Sorry, we want to burn more than we eat. Yeah, there you go, said it right. Sorry. So we're looking for a deficit of 500 calories a day or a total of 3,500 in a week so that we can lose that pound of body fat. Okay, this is measurable. We do this by measuring your foods. In this case, most of you are using the Eat This Much, all that's in there, and all of you are following some sort of program on this basis, whether you're trying to lose a pound a week, 1.5 pounds a week, or 2 pounds a week. I don't recommend doing more than 2 pounds a week. Even that is pretty drastic. It can be hard on you trying to do that. We do want to make sure that you're still eating enough to keep going with your workout. Right, so this is measurable. Another example of a measurable goal is this workout 4 times a week, right? So if I'm working out 4 times in a week, that's measurable. I'm working out Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. There it is, 4 days of my 7 in the week, and I'm tracking how many times I'm doing it in my app that you all guys have access to. There it is. And if we're looking for a half gallon of water a day, easy peasy, get you a half gallon jug, fill it in the morning, drink it by evening. Good. The point is they need to have a way to measure your progress in these little 1 week goals. All right. If you can't measure it, odds are it's not a good goal. Next one, make sure your goals are attainable. Okay. This means you need to make sure you're setting goals that you can identify any kind of obstacle that might be in your way. Right? If you're setting a goal and you can't identify how you might either have a block or you might foresee something coming up and you're not planning around it, odds are it's either too far gone or you're just not planning well enough, right? So perfect example, if we're trying to make sure that you want to work out 4 times in a week, the number one obstacle is always going to be time of like how much time you have in a day and how much energy you have available. Most people don't want to work out after work. Some of you do, that's perfectly fine. I'm not someone who likes to work out later in the day. So how do I get around this? I work out first thing in the morning. I get up early, my alarm's set for 4:30, Monday through Friday. I get up, I work out, I feel great, and I don't have to worry about it the rest of the day. So I identified the obstacle, right? I didn't want to work out after work. I'm too tired. I don't have time, right? So I got up early and worked out in the morning before work, okay? I identified the obstacle. I took care of it, okay? Same thing can be said just about trying to eat proper nutrition, right? You identified the obstacle. I don't know what to cook. And what is the solution? We have a nutrition plan, right? I came up with the first one. I'm going to try to have you help me come up with one in the future so that you each know how to do it. But there it is. We don't know what to eat. Now we have a plan. We come through the obstacle. We know what to eat. So point being, make sure you're setting attainable goals that you can identify any obstacles that might get in your way so you can plan around them. Okay. Next one, relevancy. Okay. All of your goals should be relevant to your long-term goal. Okay. This means my 1 week short-term goals are all relevant to my long-term goal. And this could be your long-term goal you set to achieve over 6 months to a year, or the long-term goal you set to achieve within your 4 months in this program. Okay, however you want to look at those goals. They need to make sure that all of your 1 week goals kind of snowball or compound toward that long-term goal, right? For example, let's say on week 1, your main goal is to drink that half gallon of water. Good, you get through it Sunday to Sunday, you drink the half gallon of water a day. When the new week rolls around, you're not going to stop drinking the half gallon of water a day and replace it with a new goal. You're just going to set a new goal where you continue to drink the half gallon of water a day. And now you're also getting 10,000 steps every day, okay? So we don't consider it a new goal because it's achieved, you've done it. You don't have to have that goal anymore, right? Because it's now a habit, or at least we're going to continue to have it to make it a permanent one, right? So back on topic, make sure your 1 week short-term goals are relevant to achieving your long-term goal, okay? Lastly, make sure you have deadlines, okay? Deadlines are going to push you to get in the work, okay? It's going to push you to achieve these weekly goals, and you have to have them done, right? Now, if you don't, it's no big deal. We're going to have the next week where you're having that goal, but you're also going to be trying to accomplish a new one, okay? Right? So if you're not set on drinking that half gallon of water a day, you still have to try. We can't just give up and say we're not doing that, right? Week 1, drink a half gallon of water a day. You may have failed, but you're going to continue to do it anyway. And then we have week 2 goal where we're stepping or walking 10,000 steps every day. Okay. But give yourself a deadline by the end of the day. Okay. So there you go. Your 10,000 steps, your water, both have a daily deadline. Your 4 workouts a week that we said earlier have a weekly deadline. Try to get 4 within a week. The point being, you have deadlines and you know where you're headed and how much time you have to do them. Okay. Now, if anything in this little video doesn't make sense, if you want to talk more about your goals, you're having trouble setting 1 week goals to help you on your goals, your long-term goals, let me know. Reach out, text me, message me, whatever you feel like you need to do. But we need to make sure you are comfortable setting these little 1 week compounded goals to get you to the long-term one. Okay. All right. Thanks for watching.